This is Martin from Sigurd, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to budget special strategy video on based on the options. So as you know, the budget is going to come next week, next Tuesday. So Monday would be the last day of trading ahead of the budget. So thought of coming out with this. Let's actually the strategy is pretty simple. It's basically a long straddle on the bank nifty on the monthly. Long straddle is nothing but buying ATM minus 200 call and ATM plus 200 buying the put, right? It's a long straddle, and you'll have to make this entry at 9:45 and then exit at 3:20, right? So if your stop loss is hit on one of the leg, then you can exit and then trail the other leg to the cost. Very simple strategy. So this is something that how would I arrive this? If you're not aware, you must be aware, obviously. And if you don't have options data and don't have the skill to practice it using any other tools, this is a simple way of doing it, right? So what strategy that I talked about is mentioned here, where you have an ATM minus 100 call that is bought one lot. So lot size depends on your position sizing based on your capital, and it's bank nifty monthly. Similarly, ATM minus 200 put option for bank nifty monthly buying again. Both the buys. So it's not a short strategy, it's a long strategy. Two buys. Short strategy is two sells. And you're not buying at ATM, you're buying at ATM minus 200 call and plus 200 put. Pretty straightforward. And look at the backtest result. It's pretty interesting, right? So it is seen to be working well except for 2020, right? So so it has given pretty decent return on one lot throughout, right? Except for 2020, right? So that's 5 years of testing, and then most of the time it has worked. That's how this strategy is. So you can use this stock market tool to try out various other strategies, short straddle, short triangle, everything with different combinations at entry times and stop losses and trailing and all of these combinations that you can try out and come out with. This is something I found because it worked good. I tried the same for Nifty also. I tried it for weekly, and I tried it with the square of all legs, all combinations I tried, but this is the one that worked out to be well, right? So it worked out almost all of the time in the last 5 years, right? So this is free. You can play around with this if you're not aware. At the same time, you can check out what is exactly happening in all of these years, right? Last year it was big candle up move, and it worked out pretty well. Now backtest also you can see 2021 has worked out well, right? It had a gap up and it had made big 7.25 moves, and so this is, remember that the 6,200 is just for one lot, right? So likewise you can go and check what happened in 2020, where the only year in the last 5 years we've lost. It was a big gap down and then small up. It was kind of a V-shaped move that happened, right? So each of these years you can go and analyze, see big gap up. So most of the time it is a gap up that has happened, gap up. So one of the times even it was a gap down, slightly gap down, but then it trended upwards and worked. But this V-shaped move on 20, so losses can always is minor loss, right? Loss can always come in. Things can go wrong, whatever. But all you can do is it worked out historically, so it could work. So position sizing is the key. Don't put all your capital into that. be risk defined and don't put more than 2% of your total capital into this budget, right? So this is something that has worked out in the past, and you can try yourself with different combinations. For example, you can say ATM minus 500, how is it? ATM plus 500, how is it? Right? And Nifty, how is it working? Weekly, how is it working? Trading, it is working. Entry after 11 o'clock, how is it working? Entry at 9:15, how is it working? All these combinations you can try it out. So that's the budget setup at home. So try around this tool and then learn more, or try to adopt. Remember, this is not a recommendation. This is only for education purpose. Historic analysis, how it performed, we have seen, and there is every possibility that this can go wrong, and then you just have to follow the rules and accept the loss and come out, right? That's what it's all about. Hope it helps. Please subscribe and share it with your friends, if you think that's worth doing that. Thanks a lot. Happy trading, happy learning.